Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for April 22nd. In 1540, Spanish explorer Francisco Vázquez de Coronado's search for riches in the north began from Culiacan on the west coast of Mexico near Mazatlan. In 1536, Alvar Núñez Cabeza de Vaca had reached Mexico after his epic 9-year trek across Texas and northern Mexico, and reported that the 7 cities of Cibola in northern New Spain contained untold riches. In 1689, the location of Fort St. Louis was discovered when Alonso de Leon came across its ruins during a march north from San Francisco de Coahuila, currently Monclova. The fort had been established by Frenchman René Robert Cavelier, Sieur de La Salle, in 1685. But the Indians and disease had decimated those at the fort, and La Salle had been murdered by a member of his expedition in 1687. In 1833, Stephen F. Austin left Velasco for Mexico City with the goal of persuading Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna's government to let Texas be a separate state. Lengthy negotiations and his imprisonment resulted in him being in Mexico for over 2 years. And in 1836, the day after the Battle of San Jacinto, a man was captured near Vince's Bridge. He was dressed as a common Mexican soldier, but on being brought to headquarters, other prisoners began saluting and shouting, "El Presidente! El Presidente!" Near the end of the battle the previous day, General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna had escaped, intending to join General Vicente Felizola's forces to the west. On meeting General Sam Houston, Santa Anna tried to negotiate, saying, quote, "It now remains for you to be generous to the vanquished," to which Houston responded, quote, "You should have remembered that at the Alamo," end quote. When Santa Anna denied fault, claiming that he was following orders of his government, Houston retorted, quote, "Why, you are the government of Mexico. A dictator, sir, has no superior," end quote. Santa Anna wanted to sign a peace agreement with Houston, but Houston insisted such a treaty be negotiated with the new government. He decided that sparing Santa Anna's life and keeping him captive, in return for Santa Anna instructing his generals to pull back their forces, would benefit the infant republic. So that day, Erastus Deaf Smith, his small party, left with Santa Anna's order that Felizola and General Antonio Gaona would draw to San Antonio, and General Jose de Urrea retired to Victoria. Colonel Edward Burleson, with 250 men, accompanied Smith. That afternoon, Houston wrote to the Texas provincial government, informing them of the victory and asking them to join him at San Jacinto. In 1837, Camp Bowie in Jackson County, under the command of General Albert Sidney Johnson, became the principal encampment of the Army of the Republic of Texas. But due to poor housing, lack of discipline, and mutinous rumors, the post was abandoned in mid-June, with 2/3 of the troops being issued travel orders and furloughs, and the remainder transferred to Camp Crockett. And in 1990, Emmitt Smith was the Dallas Cowboys' first pick of the NFL draft. During his 13-year career with the Cowboys, 1990 to 2002, he scored 164 touchdowns, won 4 rushing titles, and was the first player to rush for over 1,000 yards in 11 consecutive seasons. He led the Cowboys to 3 Super Bowl wins in 92, 93, and 95, and in 1993 was named both the NFL and Super Bowl MVP. Smith is the NFL all-time leading rusher, and he became a member of both the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. And that, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for April 22nd. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.